Wisdom uninvested in labor is wasted and works no miracle. Faith uninvested in labor is wasted. There is no miracle without the labor part. Unless you put a good idea now into labor, it works no miracle. But if you put wisdom and faith into labor, activity, now the chances to work a miracle are absolutely profound. Now the labor part comes in two parts. Let me give you that. Here's number one. Do what you can. Just don't neglect to do what you can. If you should eat an apple a day and you could eat an apple a day and you don't, that's called formula for disaster. Cardiovascular problems and all other kind of problems. Should, could, don't, that's formula for disaster. Now you've got to come up with your own shoulds. Don't let me dictate your shoulds. But if you say I should and I could, but I don't, then I'm telling you you're on the wrong track. 6 years from now, you'll be driving what you don't want to drive, living where you don't want to live. Don't have the health you want, don't have the treasures you want, empty purse, empty heart. You cannot let yourself fall into that kind of a disastrous formula, should, could, won't. It's disaster. So here's number one to perform a new miracle for your life. Number one, do what you can. If you can walk around the block, do it. If you can eat an apple a day, do it. If you can develop better health practices, do it. If you can get a book, get it. If you can read, what? Read. If you can change, change. If you can take some notes, take some notes. If you can learn, learn. If you can go, go. If you can do it, do it. Don't leave the littlest things undone. It's called heading down the wrong road. You say, well, can you turn your life around with something as simple as an apple a day? Yes, where else would you start? Are you going to wait for some flash of revelation to come out of the sky? I'm telling you, it's not going to happen. It starts with an apple. And if you don't start there, then you've got to put up with your own lack at the end of another 6, 8, 10 years. And that's something nobody else can fix except you. Democrats can't fix it. Nobody else can fix it. The authors of the world can't fix it. The wise people of the world can't fix it. It's only something you can fix by putting up your own sail, refining your own sail so that you could care less about the wind that blows. That's why we've gone through all of this. Now, the miracle is performed by two things. Number one, do what you can. That's all life asks us to do. Just do whatever you can and don't neglect it. God says, if you'll plant the seed, I'll make the tree. Wow, you can't have a better arrangement than that. Number one, gives God the tough end of the deal. What if you had to make the tree? That'd keep you up late night trying to figure out, how do you make a tree? God says, no, leave the miracle part to me. I got the seed, the soil, the sunshine, and the rain, and the miracle of the seasons, and I'm God, and I can do all this miraculous stuff. I just have reserved something very special for you, and that's what? Plant. That's it. Not chant. No, you don't have to chant and sleep under a pyramid. No. But if you want a miracle, you've got to do whatever you can do, and if that's plant, it's plant. If it's read, it's read. If it's change, it's change. If it's study, it's study. If it's work, it's work. Labor, whatever you got to do. So that's number one. Labor that works miracles. Number one, do what you can. Now here's number two. Do the best you can. Now for a lot of people, that's not their philosophy. Do the best they can. They pass on that. Guy slips in late on the job. They don't seem to notice. He stretches his lunch break 2 hours. Nobody seems to mind. 4:15 is the first one on the parking lot, heading for happy hour. Guy says, best as I can calculate, I'm putting in about a half a day's work and I'm collecting a full day's pay. And the guy says, I got it made. Little does he know, the seeds of his own disaster are already being sown by his lousy philosophy. Doing less and less and wanting more and more, I'm telling you, it's called disaster. But develop your own philosophy. Here's the best philosophy. Do what you can, number one. Number two, do the best you can. My father even taught me, always do more than you get paid for. Why? To make an investment in your future. Do more than you get paid for. Now, the unions would argue with us on that. But here's the clue. Let other people have their philosophy. And let that take them wherever they're going to go. And let you have your own philosophy. Don't set your sail by everybody else's sail. There's some people that are heading for the rocks. They're heading for disaster. I'm asking you to privately take all the information you can possibly get from me and from everybody else that's got something valuable to share, and then you program your own program to set your own sail. Don't just pick up someone else's philosophy and go by it. Set your own sail. And here's the best advice I can give you. Number one, do what you can. Number two, do the best you can. All kinds of miracles start to happen when you do the best you can. If we all fell on the floor right now and did as many push-ups as we possibly could, and let's say for some incredible reason you haven't been into push-ups lately. I can't imagine why, but let's say. And let's say the best you can do is 5. And you look up at the rest of us when you've finished, and you say to all of us, 5 is the best I can do. We can tell by the look on your face that's probably true. 5 is the best you can do. Now, here's a big question. Is 5 all you can do? The answer is no. Here's the secret. If you rest a little, you can do 5 more. And here's what's exciting. You don't have to rest for a week. If you just rest a little, you can do 5 more. And if you rest a little, what? You can do 5 more. And if you rest a little, you can do 8 more. 8. I thought 5 was the best you can do. No. If you keep up the repetitive process, rest a little and get back to it, I'm telling you, it'll what? Increase. And if you rest a little, you can do 8. If you rest a little, you can do 8. If you rest a little, you can do 12. 12? How did we get from 5 to 12? It's a miracle. Did you know you can keep up that process and finally get up to doing 50 push-ups? When 5 was the best you could do, now you can do 50? How do you multiply something by 10, go from 5 to 50? It's a miracle. And here's how the miracle works. Number 1, do what you can. Number 2, do the best you can. Here's number 3, rest very little. What is your philosophy on labor versus rest? Here's an Old Testament philosophy. Here's an Old Testament philosophy. It says what? 6 days labor and what? 1 day rest. Is that a good philosophy? Remember now, don't be swept along to disaster by somebody else's philosophy. You've got to develop your own philosophy. A lot of the people who are around you are headed for disaster. And if you pick up their habits, and if you pick up their vocabulary, and if you pick up what they read, and if you talk like they talk, you're headed for disaster. You cannot just buy everybody's philosophy. Here's an ancient suggestion on philosophy on labor versus rest. 6 days labor, 1 day rest. Now, I'm not saying 5 and 2 isn't okay. Hey, if God would have thought of 5 and 2, he might have made it 5 and 2. You can't think of everything when you're putting one of these together. But what about 6-1? Well, kids may come up with the obvious. I love to talk with kids. They cut through everything, come up with the obvious. Here's what success is. A refined study of the obvious. Kids would come up with the obvious here. What would they say? Hey, 6-1's probably best because if you rest too long, the weeds take the garden. You got to note that. If you rest too long, the weeds take the garden. Can you think of somebody that's right now about where they were 10 years ago? That may be one of the problems. They keep working hard, but they keep resting too long, and the weeds keep taking it all. They need what? A refinement of philosophy. Because with that poor philosophy, I'm telling you, the wind is going to take them to the rocks. And 10 years from now, they'll be driving what they don't want to drive, wearing what they don't want to wear, living where they don't want to live, and blaming the Democrats. Come on. Jerry talked about no nonsense. That's how I got my life changed. I found a teacher who gave me the no nonsense and said, Mr. Rohn, you've messed up. Let me show you how to change all that. Gosh, that was easy language for me to understand. And he put it in such simple terms, I took it and bought it and went it and changed my life. change my whole future. I'm asking you to consider, at least consider, doing the same thing. Do the best you can. It'll perform miracles. Multiply. Here's what else is exciting. The same thing that goes for your muscle goes for your money. If you can multiply your muscle by 10, only 5 push-ups and finally get to 50, you can do it with your money. I not only did it with my muscle, I did it with my money. I'm broke at age 25. I'm a millionaire at age 31. And I'm telling you, anybody that wants to make a drastic change in your income, you can do it, starting with a brand new philosophy. You say, well, Mr. Rohn, here's what they pay. What do you care what they pay? What's your philosophy on your future? What is your current economic philosophy for your future and your family? If I lingered after this seminar was over, and just you and me one-on-one got together, and you gave me the details of your current economic plan, would I get so excited I'd go across the country and lecture on it? You say, well, no, Mr. Rohn, you probably wouldn't want to lecture on my financial plan. My next question is, why not? How come you've arrived at this point in your life and you don't have a superior economic plan for the future? How did you get here? I'm telling you, if that's where you find yourself, you have messed up. But here's what's exciting about this seminar today. I brought you to this seminar today and invited you to come here, not to get on your case, just do that. That's what my teacher did, but not to leave you there. The reason I'm laboring so hard to go through all this stuff today is to give you a little better track to run on. At least consider it. So that 5 years from now, you've got the health you want, you've got the family you want, you've got the relationship you want, you've cleaned up all the neglect, and you're on track. So number 1, do what you can. Here's number 2, do the best you can. Now the reason for doing the best you can, there's another reason. To develop the skills. Repetition is the mother of skills. Now why develop the skills? Here's why. Skills makes labor more valuable. If you just labor, you'll make a living. If you skillfully labor, you can make a fortune. Skillful labor. If you just talk to your family, you can hold them all together. If you skillfully talk to your children, you can help them build dreams for the future. Skillful language. That's why I spend so much time on the weekend, especially on communication, affecting other people with words. You can't be lazy in language. It costs too much. What if you meant to say to someone you care about? What if you meant to say, what's troubling you? And instead you said, what's wrong with you? Wow, that's too big a mistake. And sure, you could have made that mistake 10 years ago, but not now. You should have gotten much better by now in language and communication. Come on, we need the skills to help build our family's dreams. We need the skills to stir up an enterprise and make it successful. We need skills to build equities for the future. Skills of all kinds. Skills multiplies labor by 2, by 3, by 5, by 10, by 50, by 100. Hey, you can chop the tree down with a hammer, but it takes about 30 days. Called what? Labor. But if you trade the hammer for an axe, you can chop the tree down in about 30 minutes. What's the difference between 30 days and 30 minutes? Skills. Skills makes the difference. So I'm asking you, pleading with you, number 1, do what you can. Clean up all the neglect. And number 2, don't settle for the best, less than the best you can do. The best you can do will start working miracles. Multiply your muscle by 10. Multiply your money by 10. Multiply your relationship with your family in terms of equities by 5, by 10, by 50, by 100. And if you're interested in that, you can start the journey today. You don't have to wait till tomorrow. You can start today. You don't have to wait till spring. You don't have to wait for some convenient year. This is the best year I know of to start. Put yourself through an activity plan.